Pog. You can see my face, Pog.
Fuck me. Alright. Easy. Extra. God damn. I think we're just gonna have to fucking deal with this. Whatever.
I got him home.
Okay. Thank you.
Get away, you lucky fowls. That's mine. Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you? I ask you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, or nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you, if that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special. You see all them poor souls down there? Lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word? Notion? No, a better word than that. Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? Big, scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna present your case, tell her the whole story of your entire life, from proud to stern. Now if she's impressed, I get paid the big coin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well, we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts. unsatisfactory clock watchers. I got some words for you. Sorry you had to hear that. So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, all right? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Don't...
I just did not.
And just
there.
try to enjoy it this time.
Look at that sun. We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that?
I'm on the beach.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
I want ice cream.
You see that big spiky plant over there? That's called an agave. 11 years from now, that day really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess.
Fuck.
Now, where's the first page of my piece?
Okay, I gotta recalibrate this shit. It is just so bad. Jesus, man. Now. There we fucking go.
Go ahead, kid. Look at that. There's your little hand.
So good.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea. It'll really be something to see how he grows. Man, the zoom on this thing is fantastic. What was that beep?
I can do this all day.
That's odd.
Keep blinking, keep blinking.
Battery.
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you? Give it time. I'm sure you'll be better than me soon enough. Now, where was I?
Some shitty fucking toys, Jesus. The wallpaper too.
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
I like the music.
That's very specific.
I also like the person playing it.
Yeah. I worry that might have something to do with it. Look at his little face. What do you think he's thinking about?
Thinking about your mom.
Probably solving the problems of the universe.
So, do you think he's going to be smart?
I don't see why not. I mean, we're both pretty smart.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to be. Necessarily.
I'm a 5-head.
You're right. No. You're right.
Also really good at not blinking.
You know, it doesn't really matter, I guess, whether he's smart or not. As long as he's happy.
Oh, yeah, I mean, of course. But I still think he's going to be smart. I can just
I'm
tell.
gonna be the smartest, but I'm gonna Elon Musk, Stephen Hawkingson. Okay, I ran through all the dialogue, I think.
Also, sometimes dumb people are really happy.
More dialogue. Okay, I think the dialogue. Maybe there's an achievement for not blinking for like a minute. Okay, I'll blink.
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was.
Boom.
Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you?
Yeah.
Right. No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand. Thank you for considering my piece, John. It really means a lot.
Mom, come look what I drew.
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color.
It's PogChamp, it's a boat. Not my concern.
You know, if you keep working at it, one day you'll be able to paint exactly what's in your head. You'll be a real artist. Unlike your poor mom.
What? I mean, I don't disagree, but that's mean.
See? That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first. I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call the strong, silent type. Can you believe I grew up in the snow? And I came all the way out here to the beach. I don't even know how I got here. Your dad got his job and I just
Flying on a plane.
came with him. Like a human suitcase.
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
I just don't want him to get attacked.
The dog.
Richard,
What?
that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No. We'll find someone to take him.
That is really cute.
But while he's here, I say we call him Ernie. Little Ernie. Fits him, doesn't it?
Not a
Oh,
big
he's so
nice
cute.
tat.
He's so sweet. I think someone likes his new cat.
Richard,
What?
his cat.
I mean, for now. Of course we're not going to keep him.
Right, I believe that. I know where this. Oh, God. Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Easy peasy.
There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down?
No.
Now, what about C minor? You remember how to play that one?
Maybe.
Very good. Just one note different. But that one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels. Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
As long as I don't have to fucking play scales, I'm fine.
She was in grad school studying composition.
Hate scales.
I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places.
I don't care about the dad. Alright, time for the big boy piano. Rack.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that? Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
Talented
He's
dude.
playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant. We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
I'm cracked.
Oh God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
How am I supposed to help? It's like this?
Don't worry, I already did.
Oh, thank God. For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on the interview, honey. I got this.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are
You should
fine.
not have done that.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember?
Oh,
You know,
the
I think he
cat's
was
getting
pretty
older, it's
surprised that
gonna
I could
die.
actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but yeah.
Please let the cat know it's time to use the litter box, though.
This is called a metronome.
What
We
a
use
met
it to
is.
measure time so we don't get lost in the music.
Yeah.
I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to
I'm
visit.
never using a fucking metronome ever again in my life.
You know, my father once told me,
Goddamn
when I was
old
about
guy.
your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of
I
genius,
don't care.
which
I
might
hate
live
this
on
shit.
after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius. I haven't seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that?
Pretty good. The phone. Go get it. Faster. It's fading away.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
And hate this shit, goddamn.
Subdivide the time. 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e and a 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e. You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
What happens when I don't go to Waldecott's class? I forget how to music.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that.
Firmly grasp it.
Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changes.
How old am I?
Ernie, buddy,
Ernie!
Ernie.
Ernie, we need you!
No, you don't.
God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about that? I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know. I didn't think about it. It just happened.
You just happened to find a stray cat in the alley. We keep it even though I hate cats. And now it just happens to pop out 5 more?
What a bitch. Should've fucking neutered it. What?
He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky. Were you able to pick up the new book?
Yes, the Galleon was of particular interest.
I meant
Andy's
any book.
room.
Oh,
It's actually
yeah.
Andy's room.
Got those two.
Extremely expensive, right?
Boy's about to come to life.
No, can't put a price on learning.
Andy's gargling on something. Fuck is this? Fuck me, I'm about to get jump scared. Fuck it, I'm blinking. Fuck that.
I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me.
Oh, I get it.
You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand. Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
I'm too clean.
Okay, 2 brackets on each side.
The quiz said find the 0, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
This hits too close to home. That one, I gotta blink.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you don't play with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
Congratulations,
Play with
Pete.
it.
First of many, I'd assume.
Play with it.
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Right, it's my house.
Fall back, you fool. I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat.
Brody, I'm playing.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over camera boy. I'm talking to you.
Uh-oh. I've been spotted. Retreat. Don't go forward. What are you doing?
Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you
'Cause I'm a
really
creep.
want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Chloe!
Oh shoot, I think I gotta go. But, try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty fast, so I don't think you'll be able to. But you can try.
And
What the hell? How
Whoa.
did he do that?
I was just can't say that. That's not okay.
Quiet, everyone. Benny's about to play for us.
What? Oh shit.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Ah, very cool.
But no one really knows what it means.
Unknown legend.
It's kind of one of those professions that stops a dinner party short.
Oh,
Okay, more wine?
I'll have a little more wine,
Fucking
please.
song?
Nah, what a shot.
That's from Diaz, right? Yeah.
The class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac.
Evans.
The class will be broken up into
Hey, you.
units. In each unit, we will study
Look on your desk. I wrote you something.
learning everything you need to know about these civilizations. Well, it depends. If you ask any of your colleges how much This is a quote. I want each of you to write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space. Okay, now I will go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You don't got her
You
notes.
were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
Yo, what is this lag? Oh shit.
So those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed it is. Though I'd prefer you to answer without the help of your boyfriend next time. If
You
we
broke my
do
no
not
talking
keep
rule,
accurate
but
account
I asked you
of
to, so
destiny,
I guess I'll have to
embarrass
let you live.
ourselves in all sorts of ways.
I'm a boyfriend. Let's go.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself.
What the
The little
fuck?
guys are
Pawn
pretty cute,
stickers?
though. I will admit that.
Huge stickers.
Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
This Pog. And they just Pokemon. This is just very scuffed Pokemon.
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys could become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet.
Oh, my name
Thank
is
you for
Benny.
playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's
Yeah.
a very interesting detail.
Kind of a loser.
Okay, shut up. I really want this one. Maybe I'll use Tickle Stick.
Hey, that's supposed to be tackle. Oh my god, this is the most scuffed Pokemon I've ever seen. How did I just draw it better than it
Whoa.
actually-
That's a pretty good drawing.
Thanks.
You should draw pictures of more different stuff. Not me, though. I'll actually kill you if you try to draw me, and you saw what I'm capable of in your backyard. Benny, why did you draw me? You're not good enough. I look so ugly. Ugh.
False. Let's just see if it ever dies. The other Pokemon doesn't get a turn to attack. That's not fair. What the fuck, dude?
It's called a magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can take you to some incredible places.
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
You're a nerd.
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces.
Ah, easy.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it.
It's this. I'm getting
Just like to see you really rise to the occasion,
My
just
heart
this
beating.
once.
It's a music.
I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
God, I'm gonna end up like fucking.
What was that? Was that the piece?
No.
What is going on with you these days? Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
Nah, fuck that. Oh, I missed it. Whatever. Shit. Mom's turning into a Nazi.
Oh my god. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
So listen, I found a
Oh, I accidentally fucking blinked.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale?
Mr. Kid.
I'm a man, and she's got
Look at it.
And yes, that's a she. The head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see, and the body of a hippopotamus, though I would not say that to her face. Now, as you can see,
I'm gonna get fucked
she
this
is
and
ready
get
to
fined.
devour any of the deceased who do not pass.
Ew, why is he so scared looking?
Sort of like
Okay, I'll
me.
call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
So I am not quite sure why I don't hear more frantic scribbling right now.
Oh shit. Okay, he didn't see. He didn't know. We're clean.
Slightly worried about having him change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard! Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean, no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
I did?
Huh. No, I suppose you're right.
Oh, Richard, please.
Where'd the music go? I'm getting scammed.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Richard, tell your son to turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Dude, bitch. Jesus. I'm sorry, but there's more.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
Why, he's marvelous. How did you ever train such a young boy to play like that?
If he doesn't let you in after that, I'm not even sure I'd want you at that school. And I could tell you were having so much fun up there. You rehearsed enough that it felt completely unrehearsed. I'm telling you.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
When we get back, let's wake Dad up and go down to the beach. What do you say? I want to celebrate.
Sounds like you really nailed it, kiddo.
It's not a matter of him nailing it. He sounded like a professional musician at 11 years old.
Now, that's your mother saying that. Now she doesn't consider kids to be professional musicians.
Because they're not.
What are you talking about?
Performers, yes. Musicians? No. They are not musicians.
Destroyer Tour, Anaheim, July 81. I'm telling you, Ace Frehley was conjuring spirits.
You should have seen the look on that old dude's face when he realized what he had on his hands.
You think he was impressed?
Richard! His dentures nearly fell out. His mouth was open so wide.
So what? Our kid's a prodigy?
I don't like that word. He sounded pretty good. That's all I'll
Sounds pretty goddamn prodigal to me.
say. How many beers have you had, Richard?
Just enjoy the beautiful night, will you?
Oh, I am. Believe.
Stay. Oh, I fucked up.
You don't have to open it right now if you don't want to.
What do you mean? Of course he wants to.
I just don't want him to feel pressure.
Sure. Open it whenever you want, sweetie.
Oh, I got rejected.
What does it say?
Give him time to read it.
Why are you being silent, Ben? What's it say?
Don't pressure him. He'll tell us once he's ready to tell us.
Oh,
Man,
fucking
that's the
nigga,
main
no.
thing. It's just a score.
You already know you didn't get accepted if it doesn't say fucking you could graduate.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, El, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah,
I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Having him home for a little means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can we please try to speak a little softer? I really...
A nice moon.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Hey, B! Dinner's ready! B!
Why isn't your son eating with us, Al?
No.
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
I really gotta thank you for this, Benny. Emma Bills is so pissed that weird camera kid won over her multiple horse portrait that she literally just left with her dad in tears.
Good shit.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art. So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies! Oh.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are. It's very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists. There you go, Mr. Bryn. Feel each shape. Oh, you fiend!
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here. You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
He's flipped the discourse so thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Benjamin! Marvelous show last week. Truly stunning. I've never been prouder. And one little thing. A birdie told me that Elba Pressenhuber gave.
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul.
Okay. Something that YouTube's taught me, he never signed contracts with big corporations because big corporations.
Well, look at that. You've crumpled my contract.
To being a difficult artist, the best of us are. Ah, this is divine.
I need a fucking.
Please stop. Is that a...
Oh my gosh. I think it is.
Of all places.
Okay, it's just nonsense.
I bet you're happy you threw that contract in her face now. You didn't sell out, and you still got rich. Oh, but listen to me, Benjamin. Now is the single most important moment in your entire career. Collectors, curators, how we all love a rising star, and how bored we become once it's settled. Keep rising, Benjamin.
Yeah, I'm kind of just the best at these games.
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do for me right now. All you can do is just keep painting, keep striving. You make that work of true genius. I can just tell you're almost there.
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe was the single thing in the world my wife was most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak. I think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny?
Come on, Zai.
You ready to come up here?
Oh, what's that?
Go on, B. Say something.
I don't seem that torn up about the death.
What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
Got something on your nose.
Hey, you. As you know, I talk to big, very important people every day. And there's one thing that everybody is asking me. What's going on with Benjamin Brin? And what am I supposed to say? That I haven't heard from my star pupil in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous. You are a snake. You're a fraud. But worst of all, Benjamin, you're a little tease. I have told the...
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself breaking down again.
Okay, maybe I made the wrong decision.
I hope you understand.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter.
I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but, well, I'm just...
Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us.
Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor. My God, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did. Remember when you still drew my portrait even when I begged you not to? God, you were such a little jerkbag. And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius. Like mother, like son, I guess.
Bro.
Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a... I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck. Woo-hoo-hoo! You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. Oh, the nobody nothing's dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh, well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I had realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out, the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
His childhood was a happy one, growing up in a loving home raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea.
And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant.
How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your...
Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could.
And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love? Now, be honest here.
Music became the only thing he truly cared about, even more than his best friend Chloe. And although he gave it everything he had, he was still rejected from the conservatory his mother desperately wanted. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew.
Fuck this one. Is it?
Knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten: painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumballs! You lucky fellas! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I'd assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're lyre birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again.
Didn't mean to blame.
I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
Hopefully you won't be seeing him again.
Scary.
You're a flea-bitten sap, you know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
No, we are going. How's water rising? Oh my god.
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it.
I'm not.
Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
Alright.
Not this.
New game plus, let's go.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy?
You know, my father once told me.
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call? keep your eyes open. I need to see.
Seems immersive.
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
I knew I had cancer.
Oh, see, she knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
You really be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need... Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
Honka W chat. Honka W.
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work. To make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
When we... And I'd find you adorable if only you didn't...
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
We can focus in. Make sure he's staying engaged.
Can we please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this.
I'm stupid.
Let's try this again.
Staying engaged.
Can we please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this.
I did not blink that time.
Keep your
Oh,
eyes open.
Crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, but listen, I mean, having him home for low means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus in. Make sure he's staying engaged.
Can we please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this.
I mean, what's the point?
I have to fucking close my eyes.
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon, at the top of your lungs. were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny.
130.
It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear.
Music became the only thing he truly cared about, even more than his best friend, Chloe. Best friend? Okay, Benny. Is that why you didn't sneak out with me? Why not just tell me? You do realize I waited for you out in the alley for like an hour, right? Ugh. So anyway, back to the story.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
There's no way to get fucking comfortable with this thing. Loudest fucking songs play.
You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
I like dubstep. This is not what an MRA machine sounds like.
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do. I can't.
Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't.
She hated it.
Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you. Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. I'm certainly glad you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo.
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
I'm in pain. Help! Help! Let's go. Approach.
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too.
That's harsh.
Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Yeah, you get him, Dad.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking just so you don't have to go to school with me is actually ridiculous. I don't know if you're
cringe.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
The beast. I'm back.
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. Oh, her... She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No. What does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But... Hey! What are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something. But I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Guys, I got hungry. Don't judge me.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Ah, it's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this clamp on my chest.
I know. It's okay.
You can come back to me now. You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me.
First love, would she have put in the note?
I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this.
I think.
Trees are changing like the way my heart changes.
There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Brin.
Plagiarism.
Benjamin Brin was born into an
ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea.
His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be.
So, when her own dreams didn't pan,
She began to dream for him.
but then, when he was just 11
years old,
he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story,
of the great life he thought he wanted to live.
which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world, and he made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them of exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he was going to go, he was
okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on. You know what to do.
Close them yet?
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
That made me feel things. That was a really good game though. Jesus. I'm gonna play it. It's on Steam, $5. I think $10. Jesus though. That was, oh my god.
I wanna be somebody. Me too.
Christ. That was man, that made me feel. That was good. So, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you guys on the Rift later. I don't know. But peace out.